Alright, welcome back my dear students. So it's time for us to start with our index page so that way we can send messages. I'm going to take all this out of here. Alright, so let's send some messages. Alright, first of all we need a form. That's the first thing we need. Alright, so now if you don't have a form and you don't want to spend the whole time writing, coding a form, download it from this lecture. Alright, this is not a designing course, so we're not building anything, any HTML, any CSS. It's not the purpose of this course, all right? So for those of you out there that be like, "Oh my God, why doesn't he build it from scratch?" Well, this is not an HTML and CSS course, all right? This is just to show you existing developers how to communicate with cell phones, right? So anyway, get this code and paste it right here. Get it from this lecture, download it. I'm gonna leave it to you in the resources area, all right? And then come back to this. And you should have a form all styled and everything. Pretty cool. Now you can take this home page out of there if you like. Let's go and take this out. Alright, so that looks a little better there. There we go. Alright, cool. So once we have that, then up here we are going to be actually coding PHP. I'm going to close the tag here because we're going to be using HTML in the bottom. Alright, so first things first, let's detect the form for a submit value from the super global, right? So if we click submit, we should get something, right? Echo it works. Alright, cool. Let's check it. Send message, it works. Cool. Form is working. Guys, this is a straight to the point course, alright? You get the knowledge, then you apply to your application, you're good to go, right? Alright. Now, let's verify these fields before we use our API. We don't want to waste our requests, right? So let's make sure that there is a phone number somewhere and that there is a message somewhere. Alright. So that's super simple. All we got to do is do a couple more each sets. Alright. And let's check for a post number. And those values are down there in the form, guys. I just did them for you, alright? They're there. And let's do another each set here. And let's check for message as well. And now if those goes through, then we're golden, right? I think we're missing something wrong here. Oh, because we don't have, let's do end right here. Okay. So if it said number and it said message is available, then we're gonna do something. All works. Cool. So let's come back here. Say message. All works. Great. So it's passing that validation there. Small validation, not a big validation. You can put some HTML5 validation if you want. Some required fields here, and that would make it better as well. So you can put, I believe here you can say required, and if for some reason you didn't do that, you see you get this little validation as well. So it doesn't even go to the PHP, it goes to the JavaScript first. If that fails, then it goes to the PHP. So you can do that as well. It's up to you. Alright, so the first thing is we have to instantiate our client. So I'm gonna do this like this. Now there is different ways of doing this. There's another way if you go to the Twilio documentation, and I like to show you documentation here because you're gonna live on your documentation there. Docs right here. If you're learning this stuff, you're going to be doing this here, alright, in the docs all the time. Alright, so languages, let's go with PHP, and alright, so it has all these languages here, quick stuff. But anyway, let's come back here real quick. PHP. I don't know. Quick start. Every website has a different documentation, guys. I know I misspelled it, guys. I know that. But anyway, so as you can see here, they have a different way of doing this. You require the file, this file here, twilio.php. You write your account SID and token in a different variable. You use this to instantiate it, and we're gonna be basically doing the same thing, but we're not gonna be saving in variables. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. We have this somewhere else already, and you know they have different ways of doing it, but we're gonna do very similar. So anyway, let's instantiate this. New service Twilio. Oops. All right, and we're gonna pass those parameters. The first argument, and it has two arguments. All right, but what we're gonna be doing, and we already have this information. We don't need it. We just need to access our config. Config array. That's what we got to do here. So, and if you forgot where that is, I'll show you in a minute, but let me finish off talking. All right. Okay. Config. You see that? We already have this array right here, and we are including it right here. So, and we are including this init in our header. So it's available throughout our whole application. All right. Cool. All right. So once we have the client instantiated, it's super simple to send a message. All right. All right. We're gonna leave this for the next lecture, guys. I think it's enough. I think I wanna make these lectures kind of small for you, and that way you can digest this information. I know you guys are busy, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lecture.